Okay, so we are going to start our rotational name design today. Trying to get it not in the same spot that it was, huh? Is my head in it?
No, it's like perfect.
Okay, so we're going to do our rotational name design day 2 today. Last class we made our triangular piece. Today we're going to put our triangular piece on our paper going around a center point to basically make a kaleidoscope. So you are going to need a 12 by 12 piece of paper, a piece of carbon paper. If you're still working on your triangle, you might use your letter demo. You're going to need a pencil, which I forgot. And your triangle from last class, which, if I'm correct, did we do sheep?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, to review last class, we wrote our block letters. We made sure that they touched at least one side, but could touch two sides. We put our star in a 45-degree angle, which was opposite our 90-degree here. We didn't have any letters floating. We made sure that we filled the entire space. Then we laid this on the carbon paper. If you recall, carbon paper is inked paper. One side is ink, the other side is plain. Whatever side is touching the ink is going to get...
No, Morgan, please, for dismissal.
We don't have a Morgan.
Not in this class. Whose class are you guys?
Matera.
This is Matera's class. Anywho.
She's going to put a lot to her.
That's going to be on the tape. Any side that the ink is touching is the side that's going to copy. So if I copied it with the ink facing down, I would have the word sheep on my table, which is not what I'm going for. So once you're done with this, you are going to get your 12 by 12 piece of paper. Go ahead and put your name and class code on here. B-Day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why are you...
I'm going to fold my paper once and press the crease. I'm going to fold my paper twice and press the crease. Okay, now I'm going to open it up. I should have 4 quadrants. Now I'm going to fold my paper diagonally twice. Once. Twice. So very similar to what we did last year with our snowflakes.
Yes.
Okay. Then we're going to open it up, and you should have 8 pizza slices. So 8 slices. You're going to then take your carbon paper, and you're going to stick it in one of these quadrants, which means like the whole square. You're going to take your triangle and fit it into that space. I'm going to show you some things that I get that are incorrect. I don't know how, but occasionally I'll get people that put their slice on like so. Does that fit?
No.
Obviously not. It's hanging off over here. Occasionally I'll get somebody that puts their slice on like this. What's wrong with this?
No carbon paper.
Well, the carbon paper's missing, but I don't know if I told you this. The star needs to stay in the center every time. That's the reason we put the star on there. Because you're going to be flipping it around, I'm sorry, let me do it this way, around, the worst thing you could do is get like 7 of these pieces done and then accidentally flip it backwards and have to restart.
That'd be awful.
Awful. So keep your star in the center the entire time. So I'm going to go ahead again and put this on here. Make sure my star is in the center. Okay. Make sure that it fits in that spot. And I'm going to trace over my letters. You may not pick this up halfway through to see how it's going. You will never get it back in the same spot. So I need to finish tracing all my letters before I pick up my triangle or my carbon paper to see what's below it.
So it's in the right spot.
Okay, I've traced everything. Next, it's going to go like this. So there is going to be a mirror image of the one that I already did. Obviously, my word sheep is now going to be backwards, though. So I'm going to put this back in the same quadrant here. I'm going to put my triangle in the center, making sure it fits. Is that right?
No.
No, it's hanging off the edge. I tell you that because I get it a lot. Okay? With my ink face down, I'm going to trace it again. Pick it up. Move this to a new quadrant now. Put the star back in the center. I'm going to trace it again so you can see how this is going to start to form. Will you go grab me a Sharpie off of the front table, please? A regular one, honey, not the ultra fine. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. If I were to accidentally forget the center of my P when I pick this up, not a big deal. Just put it in there. Just draw it in. Don't try to get this line back up to get in there. Just draw in the center of your P, okay? Now, let's pretend for a moment that I have this done all the way around. I'm now going to take my pencil. Do you see how the H doesn't quite line up here? Or maybe my S doesn't quite meet. It makes some funny spots. I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to fix anywhere that it doesn't line up quite right. Then I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to go over everything. But instead of this being an S now, it's now a weird, like, a weird internal shape. Instead of an H, this is going to be like a block letter V. This is going to be a rectangle. This is going to be a straight line. Okay? If you come across a marker that's dying, by all means, I trust you, throw it out. This marker has seen its last day. I would want to get one that's, I'll be fine without it, it's okay. I'd want to get a new one. I don't want my lines to not be really nice, rich black. So if it's pulling that like light gray, throw it out. When it is time to clean up, you are going to take your triangle and fold it inside of your paper and put it in your table folder for next class. Do not, under any circumstance, keep the carbon paper. This will mark up your paper. It'll make a mess. Please return it. Okay? Next class, we will finish. It might look something like this. We will finish tracing with the marker, and we're going to start the coloring part for day 3. Okay? Any questions? Awesome. Could you go ahead and stop that for me, please?